Here are the rules for the World Long Drive Championship. 3 minutes go on the clock. There are 8 balls. Match play format. Single elimination. The ball must land and stay in bounds in order for it to count. Player hits once. Previous ball stops or goes out of bounds. And obviously, the longest drive will advance. And here's the key component. Club heads must conform to USGA standards.
And they've been testing for CT all week, so all the heads do conform.
All right, we're set for our first match. Here's our public address announcer, Drake.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome match number 1. The number 4 seed from Wilson, North Carolina, Paul Howell.
A former standout here, Paul Howell at the Campbell University, played golf there, but a rookie in long drive, a great hitter.
And let's welcome the number 4, one overall seed, ranked number 1 in the world rankings, winner of 2 tour events this season, from Collierville, Tennessee, Will Hogue.
He wants to see if the third's the charm. His 3rd time under the lights. Will he bring it home?
Finished 3rd in the World Long Drive Championship last year.
Howell will have the honors, hitting first.
Will Hogue, 30 years of age, from Memphis, Tennessee, 6'3", 230 pounds. Works as a firefighter, and he can fire the golf ball a long way. He is the number 1 seed. Paul Howell will go first. He goes by the nickname Chewy, 25 years of age, from Wilson, North Carolina, 6'5", 305 pounds.
Grid is clear. Play away.
That's country strong, Bob.
So clock starts. 3 minutes to hit 8 shots.
You can see that ball speed up at 206 miles an hour. Pay attention to the apex there at 163. We want to see that apex right around, say, between 130 and 150.
Just getting a little quick right there from the top. He just, got to slow it down. Everything's going 3 times as fast as it did on the range.
Art, as a 2-time champion and someone that's been in this spotlight, what do you do if you're a guy like Howell to sort of slow it down and make sure you get at least 1 in play?
You absolutely have to slow down and breathe. The one thing you forget on the tee is to breathe. And again, the hook shows how fast he is from the top. That's all it is right there.
First 3 shots, clearly that's nerves. Now it's time to start to pick a target.
And of all the players, I notice he tees at the lowest, Michael.
And farthest back, too, which is what I see. He's looking at this one anxiously. Good apex.
Nice shot.
Let's carry in.
There we go.
Yeah, it does.
354. 350. Yeah,
They carried it 340, 354.
Yeah, slow grid tonight again. Got to get some big here. I'd raise this tee height a little bit.
And he just changed drivers.
Why would he do that after hitting one 354 yards?
Well, he might have wanted to just get 1 in play and then take out the one that's going to go a little bit farther. That obviously flew a lot farther. Didn't roll as far, but near 360.
And took it at 210 miles an hour. That was definitely a center punch.
Yeah.
But you can see it's not rolling, so you have to take the ball up on that apex to fly it down that grid.
Now, Art, in competition, does Howell have sort of a number in his mind that he thinks he needs to have?
Against the Will Hogue, I think these guys know it would have been nice to see it in the 360s, maybe 370. And again, if he's going to take this shot, he's got to take it down the right side maybe to get some roll because, again, this low tee height is a big deal.
You bet.
See the clock. We'll have time to get this final shot off.
All right, everybody. Last
He was telling
ball.
me in mini tours, you got to go play your first shot. He loves 7 mulligans here.
Got to get this ball in the air with, what, about 2 seconds left?
Absolutely, yeah. Right before the clock, he'll get it down there. Again, from the top, he's lightning fast.
Got it off.
Like that. great numbers.
Apex at 131. That looks great. Will get faster.
Oh, there's the bounce.
There you go. There you go.
Huge last shot.
375 on his last ball. So he got a couple in the grid, relaxed himself right, and then he knew on that last one he can go for it.
Look at that ball position back in his stance, and you can see right there. There's the ball position. That's a little bit farther back in the stance than we would see. And then as he starts to go back, look at the big coil. Great rotation. The upper body club goes past parallel. Lower body's going to start to shift right from there and go forward. And then as he does, a lot of fall back in the upper body to create that launch angle. And he got that one up about 131 feet. You can see this ball get fast in the fairway. Almost flew at 360, and now that one releases about 15 yards.
Think he liked that one?
Yeah, just a little bit. And he's waving goodbye to it.
So now Will Hoge, who's the #1 overall seed, knows that the number he has to beat is 375. Give me the mindset, Art, now of Will Hoge here as he opens up his set.
This guy is so experienced. He is not scared. He just had, him and his wife, they had a baby this year. He hasn't practiced as much. Again, he had a great tour start, but he's been under the lights from the Speedway back in 13 to last year. So he's definitely not fearful as he has a lot of experience. See if he can build on this. Great golf swing there.
I can tell you, Art and Mike, that on the practice tee, Chewy, Paul Howell, was the most relaxed coming into the competition right before getting over here. Will Hoge was the most focused the entire time.
Look at how he uses the lower body, and his legs are really thrusting through that.
His big flaw, Michael, is he'll take the club inside and then have a little over-the-top move, which can cause a little cut spin.
That's correct. It'll make him a little bit straighter, but it's going to rob him of some distance.
It's kind of like a flat fade, though. It's not a big curve from left to right.
Still apexed it out at 171. He's got all the club head speed and ball speed he needs, 212.
Yeah.
This is faster than I remember from last year.
So after hitting the grid on his first shot, Hoge has missed the last 3.
He's interested. A little higher than you want to see that at 146. Will it release?
Now the psychological part here is he kind of hit that, I thought, pretty darn good. And he's at 352. And when you need 23 more, you got to go for it.
These numbers look really good, just a little bit high in the apex.
It's way out of play.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the thing about this competition. It's match play. He's the #1 overall seed, but right now he's got 2 balls left, or he's eliminated if he doesn't beat the number.
Absolutely, but he's just waving bye-bye to that one. And there's his max number again,
Boy, that's
212.
really good.
And that's flat.
Will it get hot in the fairway? That's the question.
367, 367.
367.
But that's in the neighborhood now.
Yeah, but it's the left side of that grid that's sort of the speed slot.
So Howell got the draw on the roll. He has the fade.
Great numbers. That's going to be too high. That ball at 181.
Oh, it pitched.
366, 366.
So how about that? The #1 seed, Will Hoge, has been eliminated here in the round of 16 by Paul Howell, who fires out a 375 en route to the victory. And Paul Howell is with Jerry Foltz.
Chewy, your first time under the lights, Art Sullinger said the one thing you need to remember to do when you get on this stage is to breathe. It looked like you were rushing it early, but how big was it to take those deep breaths before that last ball?
Oh, man, it was really huge. I felt myself rushing, and I was getting really out of sync. And so when I stepped back, took some deep breaths, and I knew I was going up against a great competitor in Will, and took some deep breaths and dug in deep and tried to hit my best ball.
You were one of the most relaxed, probably the most relaxed right before you came out on stage of all the 16 competitors. Is that your nature, or is that by design?
That's my nature. I just kind of come out here and have fun and see it as a golf, see it as a golf thing, and you know, it's just been really fun to come out here under lights.
All right, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Chewy on to the quarterfinals.
Big upset as Will Hogue is eliminated by Paul Howell.
Well, this is a really powerful swing. Obviously, at 6'5", he's going to generate a lot of club head speed. And obviously, look at that reaction.
Will Hogue gave it his best. That one was the one that went 366, but it wasn't good enough. Next matchup coming up, Justin Moose and Maurice Allen. He's going to hit the ball 400 yards. So, what is 400 yards? Multiply that by 3, that's 1,200 feet. What's that in relation to? All right, so you got a school bus. Stack 26 and a half, almost 27 of them. That's 400 yards. How about a 747? You fly across the country, almost 5 airplanes. Good football season, NFL time. Well, 4 football fields fits inside our grid. And then take a look at the Eiffel Tower. 1.5 Eiffel Towers stacked together. That's how far these guys can hit the golf ball here at the World Long Drive Championship. And there's a look at the grid. Matchup number 2 is set to go in this round of 16 from Thackerville, Oklahoma.
All right, crowd, let's hear it. All right, let's welcome the number 7 seed from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Justin Moose.
What a great golf swing. Look for a lot of golf balls in the grid out of Justin.
Clarion University, Pennsylvania, works as a site manager.
Qualified for the U.S. Open sectionals 3 times.
And his opponent, the number 3 seed from Pine Hills, Florida, Maurice Allen.
His second consecutive appearance here at WinStar under the lights. If he hits one solid and in play, he will go ballistic.
Florida A&M, motivational speaker. I'm sure he's got himself all pumped up for tonight's round of 16.
This
Justin
guy's
will
intense.
have the honor in this set.
I mean, he wears a mouthpiece to hit the golf ball, Bob.
Let's take a look at the BioBlast. He doesn't want to bite down. And take a look at the profile of Maurice Allen. 34 years of age, Pine Hills, Florida. 5'8", smaller by standards of a lot of the competitors, 225 pounds. Goes by the nickname of Mike Jones. And there's Justin Moose, 6'3", 255 pounds, Steel City native, 30 years of age.
Let him hear you.
And the Moose is loose. He'll go first.
Justin, the grid is clear. Play with it.
Talks about how the most important thing for him in his golf swing is his tempo. You see how slow and deliberate he is in the backswing.
He's got to use science over violence right here because, again, he has a tighter, shorter action, more compact. He's a player.
Yep. You'll see his club head speed's going to get into the high 130s. Little over it there. Yep.
His career best is 448.
Watch this. Watch how... That's a great view of it. Watch how his hands get away from his chest. Those numbers are pretty good. And what he has to do, although that apex is a little high, what he has to do is, he more than most, he has to hit it in the center of the club face. At that club head speed, his ball speed can only go up with a center strike.
It's Bobby Peterson looking along with the critter, Jeff Crittenden.
That ball speed down there, so you know he missed that club face, the center of it.
So everything's been left. What do you do to kind of combat that, Michael, and maybe start it down the center? Do you aim a little more right?
That would be the easiest thing to do is to aim it down the right, but what I might do is just move that ball position back a bit, and when that ball position gets moved back, now that's going to start that out a little bit more to the right.
That looked like good action right there. See what kind of number he can get.
There you go.
See, he flew that out there about 345 and it only released about 4 yards. So he's got one in the grid.
If he plays a speed contest with Allen here, though, Allen will beat him. Oh, he locked that one.
That one.
205. That's flat, too. There's your roll.
And it's down that left-hand side where it will release a little bit.
Best numbers yet.
364. 364.
So 364 for Moose.
That was a quick hook. So last ball coming up here.
All right, this is Justin's
Plenty of
final
time.
ball. Let's hear it.
So, Art, you know you've hit one 364, which is a pretty respectable number. Do you now just come out of your shoes here and see how far you can hit it?
You know, a guy like Moose with that much experience, I was surprised he left 35, 40 seconds on the last ball. That tells you he was quick. But definitely go for it right here, Justin.
Good ball speed number. Apex a little high. See how high that was. That's why that ball's not releasing. It flew it out about 355.
And that's just a long fly, isn't it?
So Justin Moose posts 364.
Well, we talked about the width that he has in his swing. Watch how far his hands get away from his chest. Let's go ahead and take that back slowly. And as you start to go, you can see the chest working, almost shifting into that trail side. Look at the width that he has. This is a shorter swing than the other competitors, but you can tell how well he uses that ground by what happens with that lead foot. Watch the lead foot right there. Watch how it's jumping up.
Now he can just sit and watch. As you take a look, he missed his first 5, then put the 364 up. Last ball was 358.
Clear. Play away.
So Maurice Allen now has 8 opportunities to pass that 364 number in advance.
And in his second match this week, he went 393 right here on this grid. Notice how he starts out on those toes.
Yeah,
Michael.
interesting way he starts that. That's something that we're going to want to pay attention to here. Club head speed, ball speed.
Pretty similar.
Yeah, very similar. Watch how when he starts, and if we get a close-up, watch how he's going to lean into those toes. Those heels are going to be up into the air. You ask, why would he do that? Because you need to get some real weight into that right heel. This is something that Tim Burke has changed in the last year. And
his left arm is 6 inches longer than his right arm. How is that going to affect his swing?
well,
amazing.
One of the things that that's going to do is that's going to let him get under this a little bit more, so his trajectory will tend to get up into the air quite a bit. Apex number there is 165.
How long that ball stayed in the air.
It's going to stay in down that left side, right at 360.
And that may be enough.
There, he's got to beat 364, but he's got one close. What do you make of that on the toes, Michael?
The getting out on the toes, look at that ball speed at 214 and 146 club head speed.
Oh, look where that ball flew over 360. He's got the gas if he can straighten it out. But with so much pressure, here's the back half of this set, 4 golf balls. I always thought ball 5 and 6 were key.
When does it start to seep into your head?
Ball 7 is the big seep into the head, but I think 6 is a critical golf shot. You know, he had his mentor here last year, Dr. J. Julius Irving, kind of helping him out psychologically, and he doesn't have him here this year, so we'll see how he performs.
That's going to help him get some weight. Those up on the toes, you can see how he has that little start to the swing. Doesn't like that one.
Now, all his success in his career has been early. He's never really faced this position. He won his match last year early, and so we're going to see what he can muster up here down at the end of the set.
He's got 2 balls left. Does he have enough time here, Art?
Yeah, he should be okay. He can get it off quick. He gets this one off at about 25. And on the last ball, he'll be fine. He just, again, he's never faced this kind of pressure. That's the key to Maurice. See if he can pull it out.
All right, here's the deal with Maurice Allen. He's down to his final ball. He's got to beat 364.
He's shaking it off.
Doesn't think he hit it solid enough.
Too high.
Justin may know.
Yeah, pitch and catch right there. 340 and
All
swing.
right. Let's give it up for both of these guys.
So Justin Moose has moved on to the Elite Eight. His drive of 364. 4 yards better than Maurice Allen.
Good job, Justin!
You're going to see a lot of very unique things here. One of the unique things about Maurice here is how the heels are in the air. Now, when he starts back, he's going to pump fake it. He's going to set that weight into the heel, kind of stop right in here, and that's going to help close the shoulders, which is going to give him a little bit more turn. Look at how shut the face is. Here's the tight shot. Now, when he starts back, yeah, you're going to see this trail heel right over here. That's going to set down as he starts to move. You can see he plants that, but the lead heel stays up, and that stays up all the way through.
So the strategy worked out well for Justin Moose. He is advanced. He will take on Paul Howell. Maurice Allen gave it a shot, but